Welcome here to the beautiful Adelaide skyline, the CBD on your screen. We're here at Aldi Arena for the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Grand Final between Adelaide University and Salisbury. My name is Fraser Fife. Joining me is Emma Sampson. Emma, welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me again. Great day for footy out here and looking forward to a great match.
Yeah, fantastic day here. Of course, we've just got the Hills Football League Grand Final presentations wrapping up. Salisbury and Adelaide University both going out there getting their warm-ups in, but an interesting final series over the past couple of weeks. Both teams coming in at relatively full strength and not a whole lot to separate these teams either.
No, I think it's going to be a great game today. Battle in the midfield is going to be really interesting to watch. I think Salisbury probably have maybe the better forward line, but at the same time, Uni's still got a few good targets up there as well. So see the defence going at it as well.
Yeah, now this is of course a rematch of the 2017 Grand Final. For those who remembered that, if you're an Adelaide Uni fan, you definitely enjoyed it. Salisbury, not so much. Final score of that one was 19-13, 127 to Adelaide University to Salisbury's 139. So a chance for redemption here this year, and really they're coming in off some good form, taking out some tough teams in the finals.
Yeah, that's right. Salisbury had to come from out of the top two, so really positive by them that they've got through the final stages, beating Christie's Beach and then Morphy Park last week, which would have been a tough game as well. So they're coming in with some good form.
Yeah, those games, of course, round one, Salisbury took on Christie's Beach, took that one out 7-8-50 to Christie's Beach's 2-0-12, and then ended up taking out Morphettville Park 5-8-38 to 3-8-26 in a relatively close affair. But I think more so than anything else, you've got to give credit to Salisbury, but Morphettville Park just crumbling when it really mattered.
Yeah, I think we're all expecting them to make the grand final this year, but that's footy, isn't it? You've got to turn up on the day. It doesn't matter if you're the best team during the season, it's what you do on those final days.
Most definitely. Of course, for Adelaide University, they also took out Morphettville Park to book their ticket to the final, 5-1-31 to Morphy Park, 4-5-29. Now, just before we started the broadcast here, we got some news with Tess Baxter being out, didn't make it through the run-through prior to the game, still having trouble with a hamstring. Currently, we have Morgan Knight coming in to replace her, but that is a big out for Adelaide University, a big midfield out, who has been so instrumental in setting up a lot of their offensive sets. Yeah,
that's right. I mean, she's like an extra coach out there for them. She makes sure people are in the right position. She wins the ball herself, and she's a really good, smart player as well. So that will be a big loss. But, you know, they've got Esther Bowles, who's been in good form, and Xander as well, who's coming off a really strong club season. So no reason why they can't, keep going really well in the midfield without Tess.
Yeah, well, Xander, of course, named to the Team of the Year in her second year. Of course, with Tess Baxter as well, recently appointed the Westfield West Torrens Sandfield W coach as well. So they've got some serious talent in this lineup at Salisbury. They're a team you can't sleep on. As I said, we've gotten through some tough teams over the course of this final series, and Salisbury have just found a way to take them out and keep themselves in the conversation. And really, I think they're a team that, you know, they finished second and third respectively. Adelaide Uni finishing second, Salisbury third, but they've sort of been a quiet team in being able to take out a lot of these tough opponents. So you can't really sleep on them because of the amount of talent they have in that squad.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, people to look out for, Britt Perry in the midfield. She just starts a lot of their plays. Another smart player and a good user of the ball. Caitlin Rosenzweig's a strong target for them up forward, and saw that she can pretty much kick goals from anywhere with that number 1 in the top 10 as well for the goal of the year. And Ash Woodland off the half back provides really good rebound for them. So strong team out there for Salisbury.
Now, over the course of this National 1 Plumbing Division 1 season, these teams have faced each other 3 times. Adelaide University holding the advantage in the head-on-head matchup 2-1. First faced each other back at the start of the season, with Salisbury taking that one 75-39. University rebounded back in round 6, 11-7-73 to Salisbury's 3-2-20, and then finally again in round 11 with University taking that one 11-7-73 to Salisbury's 6-6-42. Now, of course, over the course of that season, some of the injuries that sort of occurred over the season, not full-strength teams, but I think really the score that everyone is thinking about is last year's grand final, which really did not go in Salisbury's favour, to put it lightly. So they'll be looking for redemption here today.
Yeah, and I think they will, and they'll be pretty fired up, I'd say, to remove that tag from, you know, a pretty significant loss last year, and hoping to come out well and get one back up on uni.
As you can see, plenty of people here at the grounds. We've had both the Mount Lofty, fan club, football club more I should say accurately, Angle Vale as well, out here in full force. And as they're getting their presentations underway, all the focus starts to drift towards this matchup. What do you think the points of emphasis are going to be for these two teams? We've spoken about the talent in the midfield, you know, the talent up forward, but I think the defense is going to be so important for these teams. Everything is going to be magnified here in the grand final.
Yeah, that's right. And there's always a lot of pressure on you in defence in a grand final. Like, that one little slip up could sort of cost the game. So, yeah, I think Salisbury probably have a bit more run off their defence, I reckon. But, you know, on the day, you just never know, as we saw last year.
So as we get a look at some of the Adelaide University players getting some warm-up, kicking in front of goal is going to be crucial. We've seen plenty of teams that have really kicked themselves out of the game, essentially not being able to kick it through the uprights. So we'll have to see what they're able to do. Of course, Taylor McKay involved as well as the ruck as well. We're speaking about the ruck contest with Taylor McKay being probably the big factor within Adelaide University. In that ruck contest, Joe Hill on your screen at the moment getting some warm-ups in, but that ruck contest is going to be so important for both these teams because the midfield's fairly evenly balanced, but that ruck contest is going to be very, very important.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good matchup this week with the rucks. They're both very strong players that like to be the dominant ruck, so it'll be a great battle to watch as well today.
So not really a whole lot of changes for these teams throughout the finals. Of course, you don't want to be making too many major changes. We've already spoken about Tess Baxter being out and Morgan Knight coming in, but I think both these teams have definitely found the team that suits them. They've come into this final series with a lot of good momentum. Both teams running on a high over the past couple of weeks, but it's going to come down to one team here taking out the Chocolates and taking out the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 title.
Yeah, and Salisbury are still a fairly young team. Like, a lot of them have come from underage and started playing seniors only in the last few years, whereas I think Adelaide Uni probably have a bit more experience in their team. So sometimes as well that can help on a big game like this, where sometimes when you're a bit young you think about it too much, put a bit too much pressure on yourself, whereas the more experienced Adelaide Uni can maybe keep their side a bit calmer.
Well, the nerves are definitely going to play a factor here in this game. We'll just have to see who is going to come out of the blocks firing. We've seen some teams that have come off to a slow start and really been able to use the further three quarters or the further half to really solidify their lead or to really come back firing. So as both teams getting ready in the middle, what is your pick in this game? It's going to be a very close one, I think, but who do you think's got the advantage here?
I just think with Salisbury's depth and I think that they've got Adelaide Uni covered in all three aspects of the game. I think Salisbury today.
I think Salisbury is a pretty good choice, but I reckon Adelaide University can pull it out. I think that psychological edge that they've had over them over the course of the season might just pay dividends here. As we get a look at both teams doing the guard.
Just about to start the final game for the day. We'd like to welcome Susan Shillabeer here to sing the national anthem. So if you could all please stand. Thank you.
So now is time for the Australian national anthem.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land is bound in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Thank you, Susan.
Well, the formalities are out of the way. Now we can get down to the football. Going through the guard of honour, and got to give credit to the umpiring crew that is out there today. They're going to be under a lot of pressure to make sure they get these calls right. We've got plenty of people in the crowd here that will probably disagree with 90% of the calls, but ultimately they do a fantastic job. So we do have to give them credit before the game because we might be criticising them throughout.
Yeah, that's right. It's a big day for them as well. It's obviously an honour to officiate in a grand final as well as play in one. So good luck to them, and let's hope it's a nice, fast, great game of footy.
Yeah, well, as the season's really gone on here in Division 1, you've seen the game really open up as well. Teams, in the first couple of weeks were more timid in relation to their offensive strategy and how they were setting up throughout the field. But now things are starting to open up a little bit more. Teams are more willing to switch, and you see teams that are willing to adapt more as the game progresses. They're not locked into that one mindset when they go out there. They're the teams that are really able to capitalise and get points on the board.
Yeah, that's right. And, it's such a great experience to play in a grand final. And as we know, not everyone gets to win a grand final in their career. Some people don't even play in one. So these girls are going to be pretty pumped and just ready to face and have a great day out there, have a bit of fun and enjoy the experience.
It's all about enjoyment, but so with those nerves as well, you've got to make sure you're not going to make elemental mistakes. You've got to be sure in yourself and make sure you stick to the game plan, because those nerves, especially if this is their first grand final, they might be trying to go that little bit harder early on, try to do a little bit more, and that may just cause some mistakes, which, as we know, can cause some issues with certain teams. But these two teams very good both in their way that they set themselves up and also their fundamental skills. So I don't think we'll be seeing too many errors from them. I think it'll mainly be the pressure. Yeah,
that's right. It is a high pressure environment, and that's where you just need leaders to be really strong and keep everyone nice and calm, and celebrate the good things during the game as well. Like, if you make one mistake, be better next time.
Yeah, don't get down in the dumps. Those teams going through their final warm-ups. I'll be very interested to see how these two teams start off, just because they are so even throughout this season. As we said, Adelaide University ended up taking the second spot. Morpheville Park, of course, first. We've spoken about them, but Salisbury behind them. 824 points to them, to Adelaide Uni 725. Adelaide University surrendering 420 points to Salisbury's 532. So offense versus defense, really, if you're looking at the season stats, not a whole lot to separate them. Only one win going in Adelaide University's favour. That gave them that second spot. So hopefully we're in for not a repeat of the 2017 grand final. Hopefully we're in for more of what they've done throughout this season.
Yeah, and just want a really high quality match and a close game, I think. I mean, close games are nerve-wracking when you're the player, but that's what we want as spectators and commentators.
Yeah, we've seen some good contests here at Adelaide Arena, of course, using a neutral ground as well. Both these teams have really done well at home and been able to solidify that. That sort of gets negated here in the grand final. They've got to find their way on a very open ground, a lot of space to work with. So definitely, if you've got players in the midfield who are able to use their pace, that could be a huge advantage for them, at least early on in this game, as fatigue starts to set in as well towards the end. Just having that space to work with could play dividends for both these teams, but it's really going to come down to which team comes out firing here in the first couple of minutes as they go through this final pep talk, and it looks like Salisbury's ready to go. Adelaide Uni wouldn't be that far behind, just going through those final game plan adjustments. At the very least, the sun has come out to play here, so we should be in for some fantastic footy. Not a whole lot of wind either, blowing in towards your screen.
Yeah, no, perfect conditions for footy today. No excuses for skill errors today. Beautiful ground, beautiful conditions. And like you said, it's one of the biggest grounds that they're going to play on, so there's an opportunity to use your run and carry and your skills today.
Salisbury in the white shorts, Adelaide University in the black shorts. As it looks like we are ready to go here to start the first quarter. 2018 grand final just about to get underway. And here we go. First tap going to be fairly neutral here, but it's going to go in favour of Salisbury as they're just able to clear this one out on a low kick. A lot of space on it. Soombrus jumping and diving under it. Under a lot of pressure here, Salisbury. You can tell both these teams are going to come out with some extra fight here in the first couple of minutes. Defence going to be very important here early on. what can these teams do here in the first couple of minutes? It is drifting in Salisbury's favour. So Salisbury kicking to your right, Adelaide Uni to your left. McKay definitely a good ruckman and being able to really hit that ball out and gain a lot of territory, but at least early on a bit of stop-start here. Free kick going to go in favour of Salisbury.
Yeah, and Britt Perry involved early, a couple of touches already.
Davison couldn't quite get the mark on the short kick, but does get the free kick. Deciding to clear this one out. Towards the middle of the ground, Adelaide Uni's got some numbers on it, but Salisbury with the advantage here. Another whistle.
And you'll see young Zaberski started in the ruck for Salisbury, so it'll be a good test for her against McKay.
In some good tackling here from Adelaide University.
Yeah,
O'Day, 1 of 2.
I think you know it when you get tackled by O'Day.
You definitely know it. She's definitely been on the receiving end of some good tackles as well. Ball just struggling along the ground. No one with that clean possession just yet. Maybe a bit of a high arm there. That'll give Adelaide University the free kick. Anna Pete getting a chance here. Decides to play on. Kicks it towards the 50. Maybe the first entry here for Adelaide University, but there's going to be not a lot that they can do about it. Bowles running after it with possession, gets the handball off, back to Bowles, under pressure yet again, intercepted by Salisbury, and some nice tackling just to keep it from moving too far. Madison Freeman taken down.
Yeah, and you'd expect it to be pretty hot early, and it is.
And this is what you want to see. Both these teams, they know, this is it. This is what you've got to play for right now. So plenty of pressure. Xander nicely knocked out by Brittany Perry.
Yeah, and it's never easy to get clean possession early in a grand final. It's always really contested, and it'll be interesting to see who can break away first.
Ball coming in. McKay just going to punch this one towards goal. And some short kicking here to Gibson. Kicking it towards the square for the first time. Not really going to be accurate enough, but Hill's going to kick it through for the first goal for Adelaide University. Gets the crumb. And right in front of goal, that's what we're talking about with that setup, that positioning. Not exactly the cleanest shot on goal, but hey, you'll take the kind bounce going through. Adelaide University on the board here early.
Yeah, and it was a really good kick in by Gibson there, just to the top of the square to Von Berto's advantage, and then Joe Hill just in the right spot to get the crumbs there. Great work.
Well, the crowd here, pretty even, I'd say, in regards to the fan base. But the Adelaide Uni fans, they're definitely happy getting first points on the board. All right, reset back at the middle. McKay coming in with force. O'Day gets it, but is being taken to ground. Now, Gibson trying it as well. Bit of a kick on here. Salisbury just trying to gain some ground. Paige Allen trying to get something running onto it. Whistle. And looks like that will go back to Salisbury.
Yeah, it was really good there by Perry. Just put her body on the line and got the free.
Goes for a bit of a short kick here. Going to find both hands. A bit of a deflection. Adelaide University just trying to get some separation here, but Salisbury with some good numbers behind the ball. Just trying to clear it out. Whistle being blown. Free kick going to go to Salisbury again.
Thought that might have been downfield, but no.
Maybe just catching a bit of the foot on the kick. All right, Perry again with a free kick. Goes for a short option here and finds it. Nice mark by Ashley Woodland. And a big kick, another entry that might just drift into the 50. Plenty of players around. Nice tackle there by Pete.
Yeah, and that's what Salisbury want to do now. Just try and lock it in their half for a bit and try and get a score here.
We're almost 5 minutes through this first quarter and plenty of action, plenty of energy being shown by both these teams. Nice little shove there, gives Adelaide University a chance to clear this one out, 2-on-1. Whistle being blown, free kick going to go to Salisbury. Perry's going to take this one, going to work it pretty quickly, going to try and find another entry. Nicely intercepted though. Elizabeth Davidson.
I think they just got to look at to go a little bit deeper into their forward line. They've turned it over quite a few times.
Or a bit of friendly fire, but I think maybe Perry's going to get it. No, not quite. I thought she might have had that one. But ball up here. Adelaide Uni with the numbers. McKay just trying to keep some players off. Xander couldn't quite get the clean pick up. Berry's going to try and knock it off. And just the tackling here early on. Another tackle here by Madison Freeman.
Yeah, the tackling's been very ferocious by both teams.
And we could be in for some defensive highlights throughout this game. Freeman's going to get this one, has some space to work with. Trying to get an entry here. Nice little kick. Going to go to a one-on-one. Sonneman paid the mark. So a decent angle to work with. She's got a big foot, but players are definitely lining up around that goal square. Maybe trying to tap this one through. Kick drifting a little bit to the left. Has it gone through? It has.
Great kick.
So Salisbury,
Nope.
no, it's been touched. Just must have been touched then. Salisbury looked like they were celebrating.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good kick, but well done by the Uni players on the line there.
Just got that one. So Salisbury will at least get on the board, but maybe just a little bit more distance and they could have tied it up. Adelaide Uni now getting a chance on the far side wing. Going for a big kick here into a heavy contest. Ball's going to spill out the back though. Getting some space. The tackling from Salisbury has just been so good right now. Doesn't give Adelaide University a whole lot to work with as they try to shift it back towards their end of the ground. It's going to only go as far as midfield as Salisbury regain possession. One-on-one contest. Nice tackling here. Adelaide University keeping it alive as Colley involved. Just couldn't stop it in time. Salisbury with another entry here, trying to get some quick handballs off, but they just can't quite do it. Adelaide University tackling. O'Day bringing them down. Still play continuing. No whistle just yet from the umpire. Getting some good play. Colley yet again involved. Clearance by McKay. Not going to go too far. Perry trying to get this one out. Bowles gets the clearance. At least right now, not a whole lot of players up forward for Adelaide University. They are committing numbers in the midfield and up back. Walker brought down.
Lucky there not to be holding the ball, I reckon, for Walker.
And bounce in the middle. And McKay's going to come in like a wrecking ball. Unfortunately for Zabierski, just taking that one on the chin, does get the free kick.
Looks like she's all right. Young 16-year-old, bounced straight back up.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough matchup for her. As play resets and the short kick just going to be a little bit wide here for Uni. Salisbury jumping on it, but there is absolutely no room to move here.
That was a really good tackle on Woodland there. Looked like she was going to get away with the don't argue.
Right now, a lot of pressure from both these teams. And Adelaide Uni with the early advantage.
Great tap.
Now Salisbury with a bit of a chance to get this one. Nice clearance out. Ball's going to drop a little bit short. Adelaide Uni has the numbers, but Salisbury, they're trying to get numbers up forward to help them out. A whistle here just to stop the momentum for a little bit. Shaylee O'Brien involved in that passage of play. Now Adelaide Uni trying to get this one out. Ball is going to spill out. Ball being called by the fans. Salisbury with a chance here. Kick is going to just bounce through for a behind. Unfortunate there for Monique Hollick. Just couldn't quite get the angle on a difficult kick, but another point on the board for Salisbury, and now Adelaide Uni with a chance to clear this one out. Almost goes back. Perry going to get this, handball it out, whistle being blown.
Yeah, she started really well today. I think that she's got to look for the bit deeper kick into the 50.
Oh, just outside the 50 now.
Oh.
Whistle being blown, and that's going to be over the mark, so she's going to get that distance shortened just a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately, the umpire didn't call play on before Esther left the mark there, so that's why that one's called 25-metre penalty.
Esther having a bit of a discussion with the umpire, just getting that clarification, but a crucial mistake there for Adelaide University. It now gives Salisbury a chance here to potentially take their first lead of the game.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want it in anyone else's hands.
And Perry's
Except they
kick
put the mockers on her.
drifting a little bit to the left, and that's going to go through for another behind. So Salisbury with the lion's share of the scoring opportunities, but they've got 3 behinds right now. And that's what we're talking about, kicking it through the middle. It's an understated part of football, but you've got to get it through those uprights.
Yeah, and especially when you know it's going to be such a tight game today, you need to really take your opportunities. They've already kicked 3 behind, so they'd want to get one on the board before the quarter finishes.
Oh, Sumbris is going to try and clear this one out pretty far, almost goes the distance of the 50. Going to get retaken by Salisbury, kicks it to basically a lone Adelaide Uni player, and nicely taken, nicely intercepted by Van Riel. And again, kicking it into a mismatch that goes in favour of Salisbury. They're just able to stop that one from going through, and now they can really reset here. Fenton tried to get the tackle down, but ball's still going to be spilling out a bit. At least for right now. Ball still in Salisbury territory. They've got the momentum right now. Trying to clear this one out. Another whistle. Going to be a free kick in favour of Uni though. Maybe giving them an opportunity here just to try and clear this one out. Pete with the chance. Big kick towards the middle of the ground. Again, Salisbury just with those numbers. They know where it's going to go. Nice mark by Perry. Looking to work quickly. Goes to a short one-on-one contest. Going to come out in favour. Nice mark there. Demi Sonneman. And another kick, another mark for Salisbury.
Yeah, strong pack mark there by Rosenzweig.
Well, she's basically just on the 50 starting off. It's going to be a tough angle. And can she get it on the right foot? It's drifting definitely to the left. It's not even going to go near the goals, as I think that one's just going to go over.
Yeah, nearly a mark there at the back too.
So Salisbury, they're peppering those goals, but they just don't have the advantage yet. Currently, and that one's just going to go through for a behind, I think. No, is it going to be a goal? It's called a goal. Sumbra saying it was touched through. Out of the pack, a ball goes flying and it goes through for a goal. First one for Salisbury as they take the first lead.
Denny Sonneman.
Wow. Impressive there. Able to get this one through, and now Salisbury with the advantage.
Yeah, and that's sometimes you just got to make the goal from nothing, and that's what they did there. They've had it in their forward half for a while and eventually get the reward.
So in the middle, restarting, O'Day with possession and trying to clear this one out towards the far side wing. Going to take a couple of bounces. Goes back into Salisbury's favour. Nice clearance by Kimberly Fry. Salisbury right now, they've just been able to really gain that separation. Adelaide Uni's at least been able to weather the storm a little bit here, but now currently 3 points behind. They have not had a whole lot of opportunity within their own forward.
Yeah, they've struggled to get it past halfway, but it looks like they might get a go here.
Well, here's a bit of a run here. Nice tackle taken to ground. Zabierski from nowhere.
Yep, great chase there. Looks like Walker might be hurt though.
Walker not looking too good here. Tried to get that pace. Another look here on the replay. Look at Zabierski with that run down. Clean tackle.
Not
but
sure.
It would be a big loss
I
for
think
Adelaide
it's her
Uni.
shoulder.
Walker, another key contributor for this team. Oh, not looking good. Stretcher coming out.
Yeah, let's hope that she's all right after this. It was a pretty heavy tackle, and when you're running full pace and you get tackled, sometimes you can get caught up with each other.
Yeah. I said, considering the injury concerns, we spoke about Baxter at the start of the broadcast not being able to make it through, being subbed out. Now if Walker goes down, another key contributor in this lineup.
Yeah, and she's had such a good year for them up forward. A lot of pace, good skills, and yeah, she will be a big loss for them at that half forward sort of area today.
Well, coming off to applause from the uni fans. It looks like Esther Bowles will come on as a replacement. And hopefully she's all right. And play will continue with Salisbury now with possession. The one-on-one contest not going to be going in Salisbury's favour. Fenton gets the handball out, but going to be a lot of players around it. Not going to be a whole lot of room to move. Some nice tackling here just to try and stop this one from drifting into the 50. For Adelaide Uni, they've got plenty of scoring power in that forward 50 line, but they're having to commit a lot of numbers in that midfield, a lot of numbers defensively.
Yeah, they've just struggled to get it really into their forward half since the start of the quarter.
Yeah, Hill's now going to grab this one. Not quite. Just going to have a little bit of a fumble here. Give Salisbury an opportunity to clear it. Going to be retaken by Adelaide Uni. One-on-one contest. Potentially a nice goal here. Is it just going to drift to the right? It is. As Xander. Bowles, sorry.
Yep.
Just missing that one.
There was a good little front and centre there, but just good pressure by Salisbury.
All right, Salisbury now with a chance to set up out back. Going to go for a short couple of options. Another one-on-one contest going to go in favour of Salisbury. Nice mark by Freeman.
She's been very lively early, Freeman. A lot of touches, a few good tackles.
And these one-on-one contests in Salisbury, not afraid. Fenton's going to get the advantage of this one, but kick it out of bounds. So not exactly the best kick, but give Salisbury an opportunity here.
Might have been smothered, I think.
So another reset here. Adelaide Uni, if they can get something on the board here just to try and reset. Nice kick by Burns. Salisbury with those numbers though, the pressure, the commitment. It's working out. Adelaide Uni just trying to get this ball out, but under a lot of pressure and not a whole lot that they can do as Lomberto just kicking that one out.
Yeah, that was good pressure by Adelaide Uni there. They're going to try and get a few repeat stoppages in here and try and score.
Well, it's definitely an opportunity for them to do so, but we've got about 1:45 left here in the first quarter. Kick again, just going to miss.
Yep, Baltrop trying to take it upon herself there out of the ruck, but just another good tackle, and it's just affecting the kick.
Yep, Salisbury have definitely come out with a lot of defensive pressure. These ruck contests going to be crucial. Plenty of numbers around the ball now. Not going to be a real clean opportunity for them to get it out. Kick bouncing towards the goal line and just going to be knocked through for a behind, I believe. Might have been Brianna Pete who got that one on goal.
Yeah, I think it was on target too.
It looked pretty good, but like a goalkeeper, they just had someone there making sure that they could tap it as it went through.
Yep.
And kick into some heavy contests here early on. Under a minute to go now here in the first quarter. Only 1 point in it so far.
Yeah, Salisbury will not want to give Adelaide Uni another one before quarter time.
No, it's going to be important for them to get a clearance out, and they do so successfully, but still Adelaide Uni with a little bit of an advantage here. Charlotte Bond kicking this one to a one-on-one contest, and another mark here from Joe Hill.
Yeah, great kick in there by Bond to Joe Hill, just to her advantage, and as you can see, once it's out in front, it'd be very hard to spoil her.
Well, Hill did score the first goal for Adelaide University. Potential here to put them in the lead. Kick, drifting, but it's going to go through the uprights for Uni's second, and they retake the lead.
Yep, goal umpire didn't move, must have been straight through the middle, that one. Great finish there by Joe Hill.
Yeah, 2-2-14 to 1-3-9 right now.
Yeah, and that's the one you just don't want to give away at the final few minutes of the quarter. It just might come back to bite them later.
Oh, resetting from the middle. Salisbury with, as I said, most of the scoring opportunities so far in this quarter, but have not really been able to find the middle sticks. Plenty of possession for them, but Adelaide University, they've just been able to capitalise on those limited opportunities. A potential here for another one. Hill's going to try and get this one in. It's bouncing towards the goals. Is it going to have the distance? It's just going to be touched a little bit in front. Salisbury trying to clear this one out. They're going to do so successfully. Just need to be able to regain possession and get some space. Nice clearance here towards the middle of the ground, but Uni trying to keep it in their zone. Quick couple of handballs and the siren's finally going to go to end it here in the first quarter. And a very, very competitive first quarter here to end it. Adelaide University just pulling back in front in the final minute. 2-2-14 to 1-3-9. And early on, both these teams that have come to play here in this grand final.
Yeah, good start by both teams. It was very hot and contested early, lots of tackling. Adelaide Uni probably looked a little bit better that quarter and were a bit cleaner with the ball. I think Salisbury, a few fumbles cost them, especially in their forward half where they could have had some opportunities to score. But yeah, just a great quarter there and good footy.
So really, the main sort of point that I took from that first quarter was the pressure that Salisbury were applying. Just any time that Adelaide University had the ball, it was suffocating. The amount of tackling pressure they had was very, very good and kept the ball in their territory for a long time. It was just being able to capitalise on those opportunities where they need to get those jitters out, because there were times they were overrunning the ball and really having some issues, and just being able to get that clean possession to get that separation. Adelaide University, whenever the ball was in their territory, they were able to capitalise and get some solid opportunities. So I think if Salisbury can just clean up a little bit, like you said, could give them some opportunities to really start pushing the pressure on Adelaide University.
Yeah, absolutely, and credit to Adelaide Uni, because they've taken their shots at goal and managed to put them through, whereas Salisbury have probably just, they've had the opportunities but haven't quite been able to capitalise. So I think if they can clean that up.
Yeah, I think the real sort of talking point as well is Steph Walker going down. That's going to be interesting to see how Adelaide University respond. I mean, they've got a lot of depth in that side, but we spoke about one of the key contributors from that half-forward line offense. I think is going to be important in this game. So definitely you don't want to see injuries. Hopefully she's all right. But really from both these sides, not a whole lot of separation between them right now. Adelaide Uni, of course, just been able to capitalise on some scoring opportunities early, but again, working from this point, what do you think the points of emphasis are going to be?
Yeah, like I said, Steph Walker going down is a bit of a loss, and she's kind of their link-up player, but if they can cover her there, it just puts them sort of one rotation down on the bench as well. But if Salisbury can clean up their possession a little bit, I think they can definitely come back and have a good second quarter. Well,
the ruck contest also been very, very good between McKay and Zabierski. Zabierski taking a couple of shots, but also with that beautiful rundown on Steph Walker, which led to the injury. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But so far, both these teams, as we said, coming out to play here in this first quarter.
Yeah, we've just had a bit of a message to send cheerio to Jess Edwards, who's played with the Blacks last year and is now playing in the VFLW team for Collingwood and has captained them to the minor premiership this year. So
congratulations.
Hi, shout out to Jess. Hope you're enjoying the coverage.
Well, this game has been very, very good, but we've still got 3 quarters yet to go. Salisbury, I said, I think they, at least for that middle part of that first quarter, they seem to have the advantage. But Adelaide University, when they've got that separation, I think Hill's been very important in being able to create a lot of those chances and also finish them off. So I think she could be a key contributor in this game going forward. But so with that key rotation player down as the game goes on, maybe a little bit more fatigue for them. Just going to be interesting. Creates an interesting storyline throughout the thread of this game.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, Joe Hill's been very impressive. Started really well. think she's also coming off a premiership with her basketball team, so
So potentially a 2 for 2.
That's it. She'd be pretty fired up, and she's obviously a really experienced campaigner as well and been around a long time, and that'll really help the other girls in the forward line.
Well, at least Adelaide University, they've got some clearance to work with. 5-point buffer heading into the start of the second quarter. It looks like we are ready to go here to start the second quarter. All right. Going up, no one's going to quite get that one cleanly. It's just going to stay in the middle, but Salisbury got some numbers around it. Just need to get some quick handballs out, but Adelaide University with those numbers around. The handballs have just been missing for Salisbury here past couple of minutes. So another reset, moving a little bit to the left, and McKay with another opportunity to smack it out. Does get closed out though by Salisbury. Some good ruck work here, and now they've got some numbers switching up, trying to get around it. Thrown to the ground. It was Freeman. Adelaide Uni getting the free kick. I think that was as obvious of a holding the ball call as you can get.
Yeah, absolutely. Great tackle again.
A nice clearance here, and an even better mark being taken. Free kick, going to go to Adelaide Uni though. Just moves them up a little bit further, and look who it is, Joe Hill. Trying to go for a short option in O'Day. Couldn't quite find her on the connection, but O'Day still able to gain possession. Tries to get the handball to Hill. Hill's going to try and get it to Fenton, but it's going to be bounced back. Baker not being able to move it a whole lot. And McKay's tap not really going to go anywhere, but does get the tackle. Free kick going to go in favour of Salisbury.
And that's Freeman again. She's definitely a bit involved this game. Started really well.
Yeah, kicks to the one-on-one contest. Adelaide Uni trying to get this one. Gibson taking the ground. Does get the handball out. I believe it's Matner running after it. And with these handballs, not a whole lot of movement here. A lot of tackling pressure though. Whistle finally being blown. Free kick going to be in favour of Adelaide Uni. Fenton get an opportunity here. And goes for the big boot towards the heavy contest inside the 50.
Might have spoiled themselves there, the Uni girls.
Gibson underneath the pile. Freeman heavily involved yet again.
She's everywhere. That's what you want, some good work rate in the grand final.
Adelaide Uni, handball to Fenton. Trying to get around a couple of players. What can they do? Salisbury's got a good back line to work with, and they're just maintaining the pressure. Need to be able to clear this one out. Can't quite do so. Another entry here for Adelaide Uni. One-on-one contest. Can this work? Not really. Ball trot got deflected. And then gets tackle on one, tackle on another. Berry goes down. A free kick is going to go to Salisbury though.
I think the coach would be pretty happy with ball trot, even though she gave away the free, but just applying that really good forward pressure.
To be able to get tackles on 2 people in about 2 seconds.
Especially as a key forward as well.
And now Salisbury with the clearance. Bouncing ball. Stumbris kicks this one almost along the ground. Is going to go back to Salisbury though, as they're just trying to get some entries in. Not a whole lot of players up forward. It's going to be basically a running race for Monique Holick, who almost gets this one under pressure from about 3 Adelaide Uni players.
Yeah, unfortunately Salisbury's kicking options into their 50 have been pretty ordinary. And also their forwards need to probably work a bit harder and get across to the other side of the oval.
And just not a whole lot for them to work with. It is forcing a lot of those midfield players to really start pushing up forward. But nice mark, interception, and
Wasn't paid.
there we go.
Not sure why.
Fortunate for Nicole Baker there, but play will resume. Adelaide Uni trying to get some numbers. Again, Perry taking the ground. Some nice tackling here early on. Davison getting involved. Mark from Baker. Kick into that forward 50. A nice interception here from Adelaide Uni. Just able to stop it for the time being.
Yeah, that was Nicole Colley. She's done that all year. She's been really solid back there.
Well, Colley and Sumbris, two of the better defenders so far over the course of the season for Adelaide Uni. But Salisbury still putting pressure on, as they're just trying to get some sort of option up forward. I mean, Sonneman trying to just keep some players off, get that separation. Holick tries to get it, can't quite do so. Colley taking the ground, nice tackle again by Freeman. Fenton just able to clear this one out a little bit. But the one-on-one battle right now, Salisbury putting that pressure on. 2-on-1. No one's going to come out the victor of that one. O'Day almost with another mark that she's known for, one of those falling back marks. And Adelaide Uni now just get some separation and some clearance towards the midfield, but a nice mark there by Kimberly Fry. Able just to kick it back in for a second try. What can Salisbury do? Hoyle's kick. Going to take a couple of bounces and go towards the goal line under pressure. Definitely in favour of Adelaide University, but Salisbury, if they can pull something out, potential to get themselves on the board here in the second. And whistle being blown here. Still deep in the territory for Salisbury. And kick towards the goal line. It is just going to roll through for a point. So it gives Adelaide University an opportunity. Kick it out the back. Cassie Sumbris. Where will she go? And you thought she might go for the short option. Decides to go a little bit longer. Going to go into a bit of a race here. Xander, handball out. Adelaide Uni, clearance. It's going to go out of bounds on the full though. Kick just losing a little bit of direction here. Gives Perry an opportunity. Decides to kick it in to even contest. Adelaide Uni trying to clear this one out. Fenton with the nice mark. A bit of pace on that ball. And again, not a whole lot of open options for either team, so having to kick it into these contests. Freeman being taken to ground. Nice tackle there from Von Berto. A free kick going to Salisbury though. Get some cheers from the Salisbury fans down on the right-hand side of the ground. Not a whole lot here for Adelaide Uni, trying to clear this one out. Davison couldn't get it. Freeman, yet again, taking the ground. But the high work rate, definitely been a difference maker so far here for Salisbury.
Yep, just can't quite get away from that strong tackle pressure.
Oh, thrown to ground. Rana Pete looked like she may have been clocked there, but luckily enough able to protect herself.
Pretty tough one. Back in it again.
And again, I think with the amount of stoppages we're seeing the ruck contest so important, being able to set up that separation. Again here, trying to get it out. Holick couldn't get it under pressure.
Good bump in there.
Now Adelaide Uni just need to be able to clear this one out. Trying to keep it alive though. Got plenty of players around. Bowles, handball out. Trying to get the clearance. Kick it to a one-on-one contest. Able to get it out is Salisbury. Nice little kick from Monique Holick.
Fortunately, went out on the full.
Well, we're seeing plenty of action here on this close side wing. So Davidson, opportunity, tries to kick it to Hill. Almost gets it, does get it. Beautiful mark by Joe Hill. Kicks towards the midfield, but intercepted yet again. Madison Freeman.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed with that kick because it was such a good mark.
Got an applause from the crowd. Again, interception for Uni. Going back and forth right now. Pete's kick looked pretty good, but going to go in Salisbury's favour. Nice tackle. That again was Esther Bowles, but looks like we have an injury maybe, a little bit slow to get up.
It's just a pretty heavy tackle, I think.
Well, looks to be all right. Freeman. So Freeman gets the free kick, but not the way she'd like. Telling him to come up forward, not a whole lot of options. They need to commit numbers to the midfield. O'Day under pressure, gets the handball off in time. Sumbris, kick, nice one to Fenton.
And that's what they just need, a bit of composure.
They just need to start slowing things down. Again, Hill, gonna be paid the mark. That basketball length definitely showing dividends here in the midfield.
On fire today with the overhead marking.
And trying to get an entry into the 50. Ball's going to spill out the back though. Not a whole lot of pressure for Salisbury. They just need to get this one out, but the tackling so good. Fittridge doing a good job just to keep it in their 50.
Must have asked the umpire why the free came.
Well, Salisbury with a little bit of pressure taken off them here. Tries to get another kick. It's going to go over the midfield. Berry's going to be running after this one. May run into a bit of a foot race here. Van Riel trying to get this one. Gets it and taken to ground. Thought there might have been a bit of a collision there. A free kick going to go to Van Riel. And McKay. Nice mark in the midfield here. You just feel like Adelaide Uni is just one clean kick away from really separating themselves in this set. But Salisbury's just been able to keep themselves alive. Bowles running after it. Some pressure here. Free kick, another free kick going in favour of Salisbury.
It'll really hurt Salisbury if Adelaide Uni get another goal here after it's been in their forward half for most of the quarter.
Oh, they're going to try again. Sumbris couldn't get the mark. Xander getting bowled over. Again, just look at the pressure from these two teams. They are doing an absolutely fantastic job suffocating defense from both sides. McKay tried to get that big clearance out, but Salisbury able to maintain possession, at least for the time being. Perry with that clean kick. Going to go into a 2-on-1. Adelaide Uni's just got some numbers out back. Handball is going to go to Sumbris. Matner just able to get that one under pressure. Does the juke? Is the kick going to be good enough? It's going to take a little bit of a bounce here. Wow.
Yeah, well done by Esther Bowles there, just to lock it in.
Sumbris with the juke here. There you go. That's what we like to see.
Selling candy.
A little bit of a fend off here to McKay. Kick's going to be touched and bounce around a little bit. Going to go here to Salisbury. Oleg's kick going to be intercepted. Pete under pressure, does get the kick off. Not going to be a clean mark. Hill running after it, trying to provide some backup. Salisbury's got those numbers though.
They're all just putting their bodies on the line. It's great to watch.
Yeah, Perry with that rundown almost stopped Adelaide Uni in their tracks.
Yeah, it definitely affected the kick, so it was a good rundown. But yeah, all the players just going 100% at the ball, and it's almost carnage out there. Bodies going everywhere.
Controlled carnage. Nice little kick from Fittridge. Again here to Xander. Gonna try and work quickly. Ball's gonna go high and searching. 1-on-1 contest. Is now Adelaide Uni getting some players in backup. At these sorts of moments, that's what's causing Salisbury just to put themselves under a little bit more pressure, keeping that door open for Adelaide University as they're trying to get some numbers around it. Hill, kick off the left foot, bouncing towards the goals, but it is going to go out over the line.
And you just feel that with the amount of contested play and tackling, that eventually this game will open up. There'll be a bit more fatigue. Players won't be running as fast anymore, and then we might be able to see the game open up a bit in the second half.
Oh, considering we've down to 5.5 minutes here in the second quarter. The fact that they've been going at this level for so long, so impressive. Kick is just going to drift to the right here for Adelaide University. They get a point on the board, but they have wasted plenty of clock, holding now a 5-point lead. So what can Salisbury do to respond? A nice kick under pressure. Hill tried to get the tackle, but able to get the clearance out. Seems like Adelaide Uni's got the numbers. Not a whole lot up forward for Salisbury. Running after it is Baker.
Oh, and just clever there by Baker. Knew she was outnumbered, but was able to get the stoppage. So great work. She'll be pretty happy with that. And now they get a stoppage and another chance.
Now they can just start committing numbers up forward. All right. Fenton trying to tackle Sonneman here. I think really for Adelaide Uni, if they can just get one more goal on the board, you think they go in with an advantage. Free kick going to go to Adelaide Uni though.
Yeah, and Pete's having a pretty good game as well for Adelaide Uni. She's been involved a lot, winning a lot of ball in the middle.
So a couple of stoppages the last minute or so. Free kick going to go in favour of Salisbury. Monique Hollick. Nice kick into the midfield. Not going to get the clean mark though. Murphy tried. Again, some good tackling here. Claire Berry. Looks like Berry is down. Well, we've already had a couple of injuries so far in this game, but you do not want to see injuries like this. Maybe a bit of a head-high collision.
I'm not sure what happened.
And again, Berry, one of those key players for Salisbury as well. Hopefully she's all right, but you've got trainers coming out.
I'm surprised the clock's still going. Thought they would hold time.
We'll have to see if the stretcher comes out as well. Especially with, if I believe it is a head injury, you definitely want to be cautious with that. You don't want to be sending players out early. You know, it is a grand final, you've got everything to play for, but players' health of the utmost importance.
Yeah, that's right. We've seen all the information through the AFL and other codes that's coming out about concussions and head injuries. So definitely the players' welfare is the first priority.
Well, at least she's coming off under her own power, which is a positive sign, but I'll take her to the sideline, give her a bit of an assessment. Meanwhile, play is going to resume. Adelaide University just trying to get some more points on the board, holding a 5-point lead. Fittridge with a nice tackle. And now under 2 minutes here. Sonneman involved in the ruck, gets the nice tap, plays it into space. O'Date putting a lot of pressure on that ball.
Yeah, key time in the game here with the last 2 minutes of the quarter where you just don't want to give away a goal.
No.
If you're the other team, you want to get a quick goal before halftime.
Need to be able to keep that pressure on. You don't want that defensive lapse, especially as both the teams have been playing at 100% so far in this game. And probably welcome that halftime break just to give themselves a bit of a recharge.
Absolutely. It's been very contested this game so far.
O'Brien diving on this one. Ball is going to spill out though. Uni got to try and get this one. Nice tackle. Ball being called but not given. And play will continue. Salisbury with the numbers, but they just can't quite get these clean pickups. Just allows Adelaide University that chance to keep it open. Gibson trying that handball out. Oh, almost a one-on-one contest. Salisbury just need to be able to clear this out, and they do so successfully, but it is going to be intercepted. Nice kick by Taylor It's going to not quite make it. Salisbury trying to clear this one out. We're now under a minute to go here in the second. Now an opportunity here. Getting a little bit of pace going, losing track of the ball, and it's just going to go out. Paige Allen, we've seen the amount of pace that she's had so far over the course of the season. Almost an opportunity for her there, but just couldn't quite get that clean hands.
No, and she has been quiet today so far, well held by Adelaide Uni, so they'll want to get her into the game, absolutely.
Well, kick from O'Day, nicely blocked and just going to go out over the line. And really, Adelaide Uni, you think, well, they want something here. We're almost at the end of the second quarter, and there it is. So half-time scoreline here in the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Grand Final. Adelaide University 2-3-15 to Salisbury's 1-4-10 in a very hotly contested first half. But both these teams have been absolutely fantastic. We're definitely not seeing a repeat of last year. Salisbury came out to play, but they're just behind Adelaide University, and really not by a whole lot either. Adelaide University have just been able to get that extra goal on the board, which has given them that buffer, but both these teams, not a whole lot to separate them.
No, absolutely. It has been very hotly contested, and there'll be some tired bodies going to half-time, and I think they'll both really enjoy having this break and then get ready to come out and do it all over again in the second half. Well, Salisbury will just want to clean things up a bit, I think.
Well, speaking of breaks, we are going to go to a break here at half-time. You are watching the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Grand Final. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to Aldi Arena, half-time here between Adelaide Uni and Salisbury in the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Grand Final. My name is Fraser Fife, joining me Emma Sampson. After the half-time break, Adelaide Uni holding a 5-point advantage heading into this third quarter. Everything to play for, but both these teams now we start to see a bit of an adjustment, fatigue starting to set in as well. The temperatures just cooled down, the winds picked up, everything's changing just that little bit for both these teams. I'll be very interested to see how they attack the second half.
Yeah, I think I was hoping that Salisbury might have made a bit of a change in their forward line. It just seemed a bit stagnant and a bit slow in that first half, so maybe just putting someone a bit smaller and a bit more pace down there might help them in there. Adelaide Uni, if they can fix up their link between defence and attack, then I think they can probably extend their lead this quarter.
Well, we'll have to see what both these teams have done adjustment-wise, as we are just about here to start the third quarter. It's happened a bit of a switch up in ruck as well. Some renewed pace, but the ball's not going to go very far. Another stoppage here. At least for both these teams, of course, we've seen with Salisbury so far over the course of this game, plenty of entries into their forward 50, but have just not been able to capitalise, although they're only 5 points behind. So really, if they can get a good run of form on, get a bit of a connection going, because they've had to really commit a lot of numbers in that midfield. It's currently Adelaide Uni trying to get some clearance out, goes to the one-on-one contest, but whistle being blown, play being brought back.
Yeah, and a chance here for Salisbury to set up an attack nice and early in this quarter.
A free kick going to Brittany Perry. Tries to go for a big kick, has plenty of distance on it, going to go into the pack. Not really going to give anyone a clear advantage. Ball is going to spill out, allows Salisbury just to keep it alive into another one-on-one contest. Sumbris trying to clear this one out. Nice kick, but going to be intercepted. Just gives Salisbury an opportunity here. What can they do? Big kick towards the goal square. Is anyone going to be able to come out of this one? Zumbris, no one was around to challenge her. She's taken her time and just cleared this one out. Going to be a bit of a foot race. 3-on-1 in favour of Salisbury. Bit of a head-high collision there. Going to give Adelaide Uni the free kick.
And great work there by, I think that's Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson.
Put her body on the line then, head over the ball.
Yep, taking herself out of the game.
Might have copped a blood nose for a hard work, I reckon.
Yeah, so Fittridge will come in to replace her. Fenton will get the free kick.
Yeah, she did really well then, 3-on-1. Won the ball for her team.
Well, Fenton Trying to get this one. O'Day almost gets a beautiful one off the back. Couldn't quite do it. Freeman will get the crumb and then try and kick it to her teammates.
Nearly mark of the year there.
Almost. O'Day has plenty of contenders and just couldn't quite pull that one off. He's going to reset inside the Salisbury 50. Freeman trying to clear this one out. Fenton going to try and stop it as well. Same thing with Ann Burns.
Good to see Freeman back out there. And Berry as well. Good to see they're both okay.
Yeah, Berry did not look good coming off the ground, but luckily she's fine and able to still contribute to the game. And coming out, Perry tried to get that one out, but under pressure couldn't quite do so. Fenton with plenty of tackling pressure. Watching for Nicole Baker there, just couldn't quite get the clearance she needed. Does get the big tap out though. Allows Perry, handball intended for the teammate, but intercepted nicely by Adelaide Uni. And at least for right now, pressure still on Adelaide Uni. They do hold that 5-point advantage, but Salisbury, you just feel like they could do something here. Unfortunately, kicks haven't quite been on target. Sumbris's kick going still towards the line, but knocked out over as Pavlovic just couldn't get the clean mark.
Yeah, and that's sort of been the story of their day so far, Salisbury. Just a little bit fumbly today. I don't know if it's the nerves or what, but they just need to clean that up.
Again, it's just those things like overrunning the ball and needing a second opportunity to pick it up. Salisbury's going to get the free kick though, so Zabierski searching for options, decides to kick on the close side wing, and unfortunately for her, couldn't quite find her teammate. O'Day almost came up with the nice mark. At least for right now, still deep in Salisbury territory. Adelaide Uni's defence just holding, bending but not breaking right now. Nice little kick towards the goal square. Tried to punch it through. It's not going to quite work for Adelaide Uni. They still need to be able to clear this one out. Salisbury with some numbers. Kick smothered. Sumbris gets it to O'Day. O'Day's kick looked like it may have just been touched. Play on. Salisbury with an opportunity here. Kicks it towards the goals. It's not going to quite make the distance. Adelaide Uni trying to clear this one out under pressure. Handball just going to keep it from continuing on forward. Murphy trying to get this one. Sumbris ends up coming up with it. Handball is going to be intercepted. Another kick towards goal. And at least for right now, Colley tried to get that one. Couldn't quite do it. Sonneman just stopping it. Man, Salisbury, they're just trying to get something through, but Adelaide Uni keeping it alive, and it looks like Nicole Colley is down.
Yeah, I know she
looks like she did the
awkward.
splits when she ended up getting that ball, so maybe just a bit of unexpected movement there.
Overstretching.
Just a little bit. O'Day gets the clearance out, but still Salisbury with an opportunity as they intercept it.
A lot of players inside the 50.
And now, nice mark from Adelaide Uni, just allows them to continue on. As now they can try and kick towards the midfield. Here's Hill in a one-on-one battle. But Salisbury just with those numbers right now as they're trying to clear this one towards the midfield. Going to take a bit of a high bounce, but they're still maintaining possession for the time being. As they're trying to switch towards the other side of the ground. One-on-one, Fenton's not going to be able to get there in time, and it's nicely marked. Again, another
nice
one-on-one contest. At least for right now, just able to keep it alive. Hoyle's kick, just going to be taken out over the line.
That was a good bit of play there by Salisbury to get the switch and some quick ball movement, which they haven't really been able to do all day, so good signs.
A throw in, looks to be pretty good, nicely punched out by Perry. Just going to roll out over the line yet again. Still, both these teams coming out with renewed vigour here in the third quarter. Another throw in, McKay's tap. Trying to get it towards Freeman. O'Day with a nice tackle. Not a whole lot of movement on that one. Going to get a free kick that's going to go in favour of Adelaide Uni, though. Adelaide will get it. The question is, what options does she have? Kicks towards Pete. Same thing. Bowles is going to get it out the back. Nice mark for her.
Yep, well read out the back there.
Short kick. Hill again showing that height. Getting a good advantage. And now a big kick towards the 50. Potential opportunity. Couldn't quite get the mark. Tried though was Momberto. Ends up Xander's going to try and get it out, but some nice pressure from Salisbury just stops that from happening.
Yeah, nice tackle by Woodland. Looked like another certain forward entry there for Uni.
It's another right contest. Salisbury just get that separation that they need. Kicked into a one-on-one contest in favour of Adelaide Uni. Not going to quite get it as Van Riel's hands just not working quick enough. But now Salisbury with an opportunity. Freeman running through, gets past one defender. Kick is going to be a little bit off target. Nice mark from Sumbris.
Yeah, well read there, Sumbris.
Now McKay.
Been solid back there all day.
Yeah, I think she'll have plenty of work yet to do in this game. Another kick towards Hill, going to take a nice little bounce, but able to maintain possession. Salisbury, kick is just going to go basically nowhere towards the line. Who's going to be able to pick it up? That's going to be the question. Pete gets it. Handball under pressure, going to go to Salisbury. No one not quite able to get that. Pavlovich under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and it's risen to another level again.
That pressure is on from both these teams. Pete tries to kick it towards the goals, but again under tackling pressure. Ball's going to go out. Looks like it's out of bounds on the full.
Another heavy tackle there.
I mean,
Copped a few hard ones.
Yeah, tackling's definitely been a highlight in this game. Plenty of rundowns.
That's it. You don't have very much time today.
Oh, I think they want this game in the bag, but Salisbury making it difficult. Adelaide Uni just struggling to, again, get that little bit of separation they need to get some clean kicks on goal. McKay with a big punch out. Again, Salisbury not going to quite get the clean possession that they need to be able to get it out, unfortunately, there for Murphy.
Just that fumble again. It's just really costing Salisbury at crucial moments.
If that was a clean possession, they're off to the races.
Yep.
Another stoppage. McKay with a big punch towards the goals. Not going to quite go as far as she likes, but Xander under pressure. Ball is going to come out though. Bowles. Again with that kick. Who is going to be able to get this one? Allen under a lot of pressure as well, not able to show off her speed.
Yeah, Adelaide Uni tackling well on their forward 50 here.
At least for Salisbury, I mean, they've at least been able to clear it out and just, you know, the pressure has come in waves from Adelaide Uni and Salisbury's just been able to weather it the past 5 or so minutes. Fenton tries to get it off the opposite foot, off the outside of the boot. And ball will just spill out. So not a whole lot of scoring really in, you'd say, the past 30 minutes
the
or
first
so.
quarter, yep.
Things have really started slowing down as kick not going to have the direction and go out yet again. I mean, Salisbury's in it. 1 goal puts them back in the lead. Only 5 points in it right now in favour of Adelaide Uni. So plenty of pressure on both sides. Boltrop able just to get the possession. The kick looks to be pretty good. And that is Elizabeth Davison. A goal for Adelaide Uni, creating that crucial separation that they need.
Yeah, brilliant in the ruck there by Boltrop. Just took it out of the ruck, handballs it on, and a great finish.
And that is exactly what Adelaide Uni needed. We've had a bit of a scoring drought. And just a kick under pressure and right through the middle.
Yeah, and that really hurts Salisbury as well. Makes it, you know, almost a 3-goal buffer by the time they've got to get in front. So it's going to be tough.
I mean, Salisbury, they've been doing so well defensively, but at some point you're going to give up something. And unfortunately for them, just happened to be a goal to push that lead out now.
Yep, and Adelaide Uni just been a bit cleaner today so far.
Yeah, so current score 21-10, 3-3-21 to 1-4-10. At least from the middle, all going to come back out. So free kick to McKay, working basically from the midfield circle. Kick's going to go pretty far though. Can Adelaide Uni potentially get something else on the board? That's going to be the question. Salisbury with plenty of numbers around. Boltrop trying to get the job here. Xander, nice handball off under pressure. Kick, not going to go too far for Bomberto, but able to keep it at least in their territory for the time being. Pressure from Salisbury, just they've got a lot of players around, just have not been able to get that separation that they need. Salisbury with a nice clearance. Doesn't go very far, allows Adelaide Uni just to get some numbers. Fenton tries to go for the quick kick. It's going to go along the ground. Salisbury under pressure. Couldn't quite get the run down. Adelaide Uni with some numbers out back though. Nicely intercepted by Pete.
Yeah, Adelaide Uni have set up the wall around the 50, so it's going to be tough for Salisbury to get out.
Yeah, all the advantage you got to think is with Adelaide Uni right now. Been in their territory for a while, just winding down that clock. They've got that lead to work with. Currently sitting at 11 points. Pete taking the ground. Beautiful tackle.
Yep, Paige Allen trying to get into the game.
Sometimes that's all you need, just something to go your way. Kick, going to be a one-on-one. Ball is going to go out though. Intended for Nicole Baker. Look at that, beautiful tackle. Currently a whole bunch of players trying to get this one out. Murphy had it originally under pressure. Ball is going to spill out. Now some Adelaide Uni players, including Gibson, trying to get after this one. Fenton as well. If they can just get something here. Again, Salisbury with that bend but don't break attitude, but they need to move it out past the 50. Van Riel with a nice mark. And this is what it's been like for the past, say, 10 minutes or so. Salisbury able to kick it out. Adelaide Uni with another opportunity. Bit of friendly fire here, potentially giving Adelaide Uni an opportunity. Gibson tried to get that one. Clearance is going to come out. McKay with a nice mark under pressure.
Yep, Salisbury's flooding Uni's 50, but that doesn't leave them anyone outside to kick to.
No, and maybe here for Bowles. Kick off the right boot. It's just going to drift to the right. Uni get another point on the board.
I think she'd be disappointed with that finish. She would have expected herself to kick that one.
Well, she had plenty of space to work with, maybe just thinking the footsteps behind her, just missing that little bit. Pete with a nice spoil here. Another opportunity. Davidson under pressure. Nice little tackle there by Kazia Kulhane. But really, this style of game, I know Salisbury have to do it, but this is just playing directly into Uni's hands. Gibson's kick, running after it is Hill. Salisbury just able to clear it out yet again. They need a mark or something here, and they'll get it. Allen's kick, going to find it. Now they're going to switch here on the close side wing. Running is Nicole Baker. Doesn't have a whole lot of options, so she's going to take as much ground as she can get, and then kick and hope. Kick into space, bouncing towards the line. And it is going to be taken out over the line, but they gain plenty of much needed territory.
Yep, needed to get that one out, and a good bit of play there, and now they just need to try and set up well here and create a scoring opportunity.
Well, they're still in this game, but clock winding down on the third quarter. I think scoring opportunities, I think either they're going to get easier to come by. They're going to get harder to come by with this fatigue. Maybe an opportunity here. Kick from Murphy. Just going to drift to the left as well. Can't quite find the goals, and they get a point on the board, but they need goals right now. 11 points the difference. Uni with an opportunity from the back line. Kick ill-advised. Allen couldn't get the mark though, so an opportunity here. Zabierski's handball. Gets it to Allen, showing off that pace. Can she get it? Kick off the right boot. Gonna be smothered though. Just taking a nice little deflection allows Uni the opportunity to clear it out. Berry on it now. Gets the handball off. Can they find something? Not quite. Uni again now flooding the numbers back. Pete gets the handball off. Just kicks it into space, and it's going to be nicely intercepted. And Gunlark's kick in to the 50. And the question is, what can Salisbury do to keep themselves in the conversation? McKay's going to clear this one out, trying to find some players around that midfield. Fenton's going to get the lucky bounce though and just clear it into space. It's going to be a foot race. Berry running after it. Not really anyone to contest her. Has Gunlark there as backup. Will go to her on the handball, trying to get the tackle. Couldn't quite do so. Almost getting the mark, and Uni with those numbers now, they are ferocious. They are trying to get something going, but Salisbury right now, Allen trying to get the mark. Kick from Hoyle, again, just missing the mark. Nice attempt from Salisbury.
Yeah, they've lifted here, Salisbury. Last minute.
They have some good numbers around the ball. Pavlovich running on it. Again, under a lot of pressure. Hill, Davison. Same thing with Bomberto. McKay and Sonneman going to go in favour of McKay. Bowles tried to get that one intercepted. Couldn't quite do so. Here's Freeman. Gets past a couple of players under a lot of pressure. Kick, unfortunately, just not going to quite be accurate enough. Pete gets it, does a nice spin move, gets around Freeman on the tackle. Kick to Bowles, nice. And again, if they can just find some option, but nicely intercepted here by Claire Berry. And there is the end of the third quarter. Uni just extending that lead out. Currently sitting at 11 points heading into the final term. But you can just sense Adelaide Uni, things are playing into their hands, especially with time in their favour now. That fatigue setting in. Salisbury definitely not giving up in this game, but they really need to get something across the line.
Yeah, you could see it in glimpses there for Salisbury, trying to get a bit of running play going, but Adelaide Uni have just applied so much pressure, and unfortunately Salisbury's fumbles have just hurt them a lot in this game so far.
So 3-4-22 for Adelaide Uni, 1-5-11 for Salisbury. But yeah, you just see it in glimpses from Salisbury. You think they may just be able to get something across the line, and both these teams have dealt with this situation with having to flood numbers defensively and then, you know, clear it out and essentially giving Salisbury a chance to reset, or Adelaide Uni a chance to reset again from just outside the 50. But it's just worked a little bit better for Adelaide Uni so far in this game. They've been able to capitalise just with those better numbers up forward. Salisbury, they had a couple of opportunities where we think maybe they might just be able to squeak something through, but unfortunately for them, just couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And to Adelaide Uni's credit, they locked the ball in their half for most of that quarter and just set up really well behind the ball, which meant Salisbury had all their numbers inside the defensive 50 and just could not escape the 50 basically. So Adelaide Uni are just a little bit more composed and a little bit cleaner inside their 50 at the moment, and that's why they're in front.
I just feel like Salisbury, as I said, they've had to commit so many numbers in that midfield to be able to win the possession. And when it's in the midfield, they do a fantastic job of being able to create opportunities out of there. But there is no one up forward for them to be able to kick to. A lot of it is just kicking into space and hoping they're able to win the foot race, which is not the way you want to go about it. But they need to find some sort of change here, especially as we've said, fatigue starting to set in the fourth quarter. Maybe things get a little bit sloppier. You maybe get that further half step of separation, but they need to get something here.
Yeah, that's right. And still at the end of that third quarter, the Salisbury started to look a little bit tired. They didn't quite run as hard, so they need to have a really big last quarter. Adelaide Uni, I think if they keep doing what they're doing, putting pressure on Salisbury, making them fumble, and then when they get their chances, they're taking them. So they keep doing what they're doing, I think that they'll be able to hold on here.
Yeah, in relation to their chances, I mean, both have been able to really have, long periods of the quarter where they've set up nicely in their 50, from just outside their 50 as well. But it really comes down to that defense in those moments, and Adelaide Uni's just had the advantage to work with. So if Salisbury can just squeak something through, because it's only 11 points, 2 goals in it essentially, that is definitely achievable for both these teams. But considering it took quite a while before we got some more points on the board here in the third quarter, scoring opportunities getting difficult to come by, and that's a testament to both the defense of both these teams, but also how difficult it is to get those scoring opportunities.
Yeah, the pressure from both teams around the whole ground has been immense this game, and it's just high quality, but it makes it really tough for the kickers because every kick is under pressure and every mark is under pressure, and just high quality defence from both teams.
Yeah, it's made for some fantastic highlights of this game, but from a scoring opportunity perspective, not a whole lot for either team to work with. But one more quarter, 20 minutes of footy yet to play. Can Salisbury put some points on the board? Adelaide Uni, of course, holding an 11-point lead as they look to go back-to-back.
Yeah, Salisbury really need a lift out of, I reckon, Caitlin Rosenzweig up forward. She's had a pretty quiet day so far. If they can get her firing up there, that'll give them a good option.
Well, you think players for Salisbury, Brittany Perry been fantastic, Madison Freeman as well, probably been the two out of the midfield. Monique Hollick has had some opportunities up forward, not a whole lot of help to work with, but there are a lot of really talented players on that Salisbury side, but they need someone up forward, even if they do something to switch it up, because obviously what they're doing right now is not creating enough offense for them to be able to cut into this lead.
Yeah, and Zaberski's won a lot of the taps as well, so they've got a fair bit of midfield use as well from her rucking.
Well, one more quarter yet to go here in the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 season. It's all come down to this. We are ready to go. Salisbury's going to win the tap, but the ball not going to move very far, so another opportunity here for both these teams to get something out of the midfield. Again, switching up the rucks as well, at least early on, just providing some different looks for both these teams.
Yeah, I think Uni have put Annie Burns in there just because Zaberski can jump over McKay.
Oh, nice clearance. Beautiful kick there by Brittany Perry. Plenty of distance. Can they get something here? Let's find out. Kick looks to be pretty good from Culhane, but no, it's not going to go through. Oh, wow. That could have been a real momentum setter for this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's a big miss there. Had nothing in front of her, so probably no excuse to miss that one, unfortunately.
Looked to be a good opportunity, but just whiffed on the kick. It gives Adelaide Uni an opportunity to set up, and think about those early scoring opportunities for Salisbury as well early on in the first quarter. How different this game could look if they were just able to convert some of those chances.
Yeah, that's right, and the whole team feeds off the energy when you get a goal. Especially an early goal like that in this last quarter would have changed the whole game, I reckon.
It would have been about a minute into the game and they could have cut it down to pretty much a single goal. And now Uni trying to clear it out towards the right side of your screen. Still in the midfield though. Almost trying to get a soccer. Gibson couldn't quite get it under pressure. Nice kick out by O'Day. Again, this pressure. Salisbury able to come out with it in the end. Davidson tries the intercept, can't quite get it. Uni gets the free kick. What can Davison do? Not really a whole lot of close options. Goes for a far one. Nice intercept here. Nicole Baker definitely been one of the instrumental players in this grand final. And again, nice mark here as they're going to try and continue on. Hoyle, nice entry into the 50. It's going to be tough, but they get the mark.
And there is Rosenzweig. Great work by Hoyle as well. That was a great grab here at half forward and just took it on straight away and a great kick in.
Rosenzweig going to get the extra distance as well.
That is costly for Adelaide Uni.
I said the angle was fine. It was really going to come down to distance, and now that's been completely taken out of the equation. So Salisbury can get it within a kick here. And that's going to go through. Rosenzweig gets her team within a kick here in the fourth quarter. A crucial goal for Salisbury.
Not sure what happened for the 25 either, but that is very costly for Adelaide Uni.
Yeah, not sure what happened, but regardless.
I'm sure the coach will not be happy about that.
Most definitely. I mean, it just shows again, and with everything being under a microscope, all these little mistakes can lead to big consequences.
Especially in such a tight game as well. Got to make sure you're very disciplined in this last quarter.
Yeah, now down to a 4-point buffer for Adelaide Uni. Salisbury, you think now they can taste it. They're in an opportunity where they've got a bit of momentum about them. Another tap out going in favour of Adelaide Uni. Bowles running after it. Not going to get there fast enough as Berry does get possession, but under pressure. Now tapped out into space. Salisbury with some numbers here. Kick's not going to look too great. High bouncing ball, but they do get it. Perry able to come out the victor in that one. Kicks to a one-on-one contest. Going to go over just about everyone. Potential opportunity here again. Hoyle running after it as well. Ends up being Kazia Culhane underneath all of that. So again, Salisbury an opportunity, threatening in front of goal. Big tap as McKay's come back in. Kick from Baker. Bouncing towards the goals. Pressure's on. Can they get something going? Kick from Hoyle is well off the boot. And tap is just going to, I believe, go out of bounds. All right, call the point. There we go. You think Hoyle, opportunity there to be a big hero early in this fourth quarter, but just not coming off the boot right.
No, just on the outside of the boot instead of the inside, but they're peppering here, Salisbury.
And now all the pressure on Adelaide Uni. They hold the lead, but not by much.
Just got to be brave here, Adelaide Uni, and try and run it out of defence.
They can't play scared. Pete able to get the mark.
That's a really good mark. Played well all day.
Yeah, still plenty of footy yet to play. 14 minutes to go, but you can just sense as Salisbury pressuring, Zabierski was taken down, but just able to maintain possession. Holick with a kick towards the one-on-one as they are just trying to get this out. The kick from O'Brien.
I think she's been falconed pretty hard.
That does not look good. Can't quite tell who that is, but an opportunity for Salisbury in the meantime as they get the goal, and they will take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And Hoyle has been very good this quarter. She's really stepped up at half forward and finishes this one.
And there you go.
And that was Georgia Taylor that did the face smother. She's just run off, so hopefully she'll be okay as well.
Well, Salisbury, momentum now, 25-22 in their favour. Well, now the pressure is on Adelaide Uni. What can they do? 12.5 minutes yet to go. Another whistle. Free kick gonna go in favour of Salisbury yet again. Sonneman will get it. Again, kick. Gonna go into a bit of a neutral pack situation. Adelaide Uni trying to come out with it. Pete gets it. Kick nicely blocked by Holick. And you feel with Adelaide Uni, they've had the opportunity, time on their side. You know, they were playing the game that they wanted. Now they've really got to start speeding it up and get something across the line, because Salisbury just keeping it in their territory for the time being.
Yeah, they just need to take it on a bit here.
But still only 3 points in it. Adelaide Uni, they're a good team, but an even better tackle. Brittany Perry doing a fantastic job for Salisbury. Gibson had no chance.
No, strong tackle again.
Play quickly resuming, and Gibson yet again. Not exactly with possession, but ball being cleared out. Sonneman tried to get it. Sumbris tried to get the mark. Does get the regather though, gaining possession. And ultimately, Freeman. There you go. That's a look at the Falcon. That was definitely using your head on that one. Meanwhile, Salisbury just trying to push into that lead, just gain that little bit more. Currently at 3 points. Solomon and McKay in that ruck. McKay just coming out as the winner on it. Sumbris under pressure, gets the kick out. Able just to get it out in time. Nice mark by Fittridge.
They need to work hard here, Adelaide Uni, and try and run it out of defence.
Yeah, it's going to be important that they don't make any crucial mistakes here. Kick by Berry, able to gain all that territory that they lost. And can't get the kick out. Solomon has it. Can they get something going? Handball. Looks to be right in front of goal. Holick is just going to get this in front of goal. It's not going to have the distance, but that one is. I believe that was Zabierski.
Baker?
No, Nicole Baker.
They just kept that alive. There's nearly a good mark by Allen and then a good mop up by Baker.
He thought Holick's kick, that one going through, they'll at least get a point. So surprising that they were able to really win that contest right in front of the point post and able to come out with a goal in the end. Salisbury, all the momentum right now, 31-22.
Yeah, now they look like they've got run in their legs.
Yeah, well, we're saying they needed to do something to mix it up, and they definitely responded here in the fourth quarter. But same thing with Adelaide Uni. Xander with a lot of pace out of the midfield. One-on-one contest. Just coming out in favour of Salisbury. A lot of tackling pressure. Just able to clear it out for the time being.
And well done there by Woodland. Nice sidestep.
Now Freeman gets the clearance out, and a lot of numbers were committed up forward for Uni. So Salisbury with a bit of an advantage here. Can they get something across yet again? Kick in front of goal, and it is going to take the unkind bounce and go out of bounds.
Not too much bend on that snap.
And Rosenzweig, another opportunity there to really extend that lead out, but kick just not having the direction.
And the game is starting to open up now.
But it's opening up in Salisbury's favour right now. McKay selling out for the tap. Solomon McKay in the ruck. McKay gets the tap, but it goes out towards Salisbury. Potential opportunity for another goal kick. Looked to be all right for Murphy, but just again, can't quite find the middle sticks. So they've got another point at the very least, extended out to a 10-point buffer.
Still 8 minutes to go though, so anyone's game still.
Yep, we've seen Adelaide Uni. They're a team that can score pretty quickly, but Salisbury right now, they are looking like the team. And another opportunity here, Hoyle's kick. It's going to be a contest at the very least, and a nice mark.
Rosenzweig again.
Well, 10 points already. Can they make it 16? Let's find out. Rosenzweig's kick. Another one right down the middle. And Salisbury have come out looking like a completely different team. As we get another look at the mark here, that was a tough one to work with, but Rosenzweig just in the last quarter has really turned it on.
Yeah, when they needed her, she stood up in this last quarter.
38-22. All the scoring has come from Salisbury, originally with a 5-point deficit. So they have really, really turned it around. Ball coming in nice and quick. Still 6.5 minutes yet to go here. But this is going to be a crucial moment here for Adelaide Uni. Looks like Sonneman, and they brought Hill into the ruck.
Yeah, not a bad option there, trying to get her back into the game. It's been a bit quiet down there.
They just need to win something.
Yep.
And now with Salisbury, they've got a buffer, and really they can afford to try and wind the clock down. Sonneman gets it, kick out to clear it towards the 50. And they just have a lot of numbers around. Looks like Adelaide Uni just getting a little bit flat defensively. There's now an opportunity here. Yet again, a bit of miscommunication, just causing the clean connection to go missing.
Well, Salisbury look like they're keen to keep attacking and not put the cue in the rack just yet, which is probably the right option. Don't want to
put that pressure on Adelaide Uni to commit a lot of numbers defensively. Now, here again with Paige Allen. That kick looks to be pretty good. And it goes all the way towards the goals yet again. And Rosenzweig just missing yet again. But they are peppering the goals as they have all game. But now they're putting some points on the board, which is important for them. Now under the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, and you can just see like little things like the ball bouncing in Salisbury's favour now. It's like you make your own luck in the game and then the ball seems to bounce your own way.
All right, now all the pressure is on Adelaide Uni as Salisbury get the nice interception.
She might just take a little bit of time off the clock here and
yeah, they can afford to. All right, they're going to try and go for another shot on goal. Kick looks to just drift to the left for another behind, but I mean, it just keeps adding on points that Adelaide Uni have to get back. I'll give an opportunity for Adelaide Uni to reset from the back.
Yeah, and that's a 3-goal buffer now for Salisbury, so Adelaide Uni just have to take it on. Long down the middle.
And you're looking
take it on.
Sub 4 minutes remaining. Going to be a very, very difficult task, especially the way Salisbury has attacked this last quarter. They've just been able to maintain the possession, keep it going. Danielle Woods couldn't quite keep her footing, but they will just stop the ball from going any further.
Yeah, but these stoppages now, they just wind down the clock for Salisbury.
And again, Hill in that ruck, important for them, but takes out a crucial option up forward. A couple of pushes and shoves. A free kick going to go in favour of Uni. Davidson's kick. Going to go right back to Salisbury. Madison Freeman been heavily involved in this game. Kick not going to quite be accurate enough. Xander under pressure. Nice tackle from Culhane. And this is what we're seeing a lot of right now. A lot of good tackling. Free kick going to go in favour of Uni though. Van Riel. Going for an option that unfortunately does work out in their favour. Fenton gets the clearance out, running after it. Burns under pressure. No one up forward. Whistle being blown, and free kick will go to Salisbury. Really, the only one up forward for Adelaide Uni was...
I think it was downfield for Uni.
Yeah.
Must have been pushed after the kick.
On Burtouch with the chance. And again, that kick is going to be a tough one. Maybe an opportunity here for Uni. Kick from Xander, just going to take a couple of unkind bounces and go out over the line. But now under 2 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they need to score from this stoppage and then straight again from the centre bounce.
Sonneman's tap. Well, unfortunate there. Freeman going down, and with that tackle, that was going to be a tough one to avoid, but gets the free kick.
Yeah, and she's played a great game today, Freeman. Put her body on the line all day.
Rosenzweig with the mark, as they can afford to really run down the clock now, just get those long marks. And no, free kick is going to go to Adelaide Uni. So Van Riel. Again here, so they're just able to clear this one out. Whistle being blown. Minute remaining.
I think she'll be quite sore tomorrow. A lot of these girls will. It's been a tough game. Both teams have just left nothing in the tank at all.
Well, an absolutely fantastic fourth quarter performance has put Salisbury in the driver's seat, and not a whole lot of time left for Adelaide Uni to get anything going. And Salisbury just with all the momentum, a fantastic mark by Woods. Well, we spoke about the 2017 grand final. Final score was 127-9 in favour of Uni. Salisbury, they've paid for that and then some, as they get some redemption here in 2018. Perry just trying to keep the clock moving down. And there is the clearance. It's going to go out of bounds on the full.
That'll be it.
And there you go. Salisbury are your 2018 National 1 Plumbing Division 1 champions.
Geez, they stormed home hard. 4 goals in the last quarter. Well deserved for Salisbury.
A come from behind victory. That will be all the sweeter for this team.
Fantastic scenes for them. Bad luck to Adelaide Uni. They fought hard all day, led for most of the game, but Salisbury just came strong.
The energy level from Salisbury in that last quarter was absolutely fantastic, and Adelaide Uni just looked flat.
Yep, I think they'd spent it all in the first 3 quarters. Like I said, Salisbury just came out and just showed what they've done throughout the year, and they just finished really strong.
Well, they had a tough run through these final series, ultimately going up against the likes of Morphettville Parker. We thought were going to be a big player in this final series, couldn't quite do that. End up going against Christie's Beach and dispatching them quite comfortably. Now they're champions of Division 1. And going up against the team, of course, that 2017 matchup just makes it all the better as well. Able to get that redemption, show that they are a team worthy of winning a grand final.
Yep, that's right. 1-1 now.
Yep. Who knows? We might be back here next year. But fantastic scenes from both teams, showing the respect, because it has been an absolutely fantastic game. Both these teams played their hearts out, and unfortunately one of them had to lose, and in this case Adelaide Uni, as you said, just couldn't quite play those 4 quarters.
Yeah, absolutely hard-fought game. That's what you want to see in a grand final, and both coaches should be absolutely proud of their teams and the way that they both played. It was played hard but played fair, and that's what you want in a grand final. And like I said, someone has to lose, but you know, Salisbury will be pretty ecstatic to get that Div 1 win.
Well, for the Salisbury Football Club, I think they'll be partying well into tonight. For Adelaide Uni, it'll be thinking about what has been, but they should definitely be proud of themselves, because as I said, they put up a fantastic performance. But Salisbury in that last quarter, probably the best quarter of football they've played all year, and it came when it mattered.
Yeah, that's right. And Sophie Hoyle that quarter, I reckon, just gave them the little spark, and then Caitlin Rosenzweig as well up there. Just every time they kicked it to her, she looked like she was going to mark it or kick a goal. So great work by Salisbury. Congratulations to them.
Well, final score here at Aldi Arena, Adelaide Uni 3-4-22, but Salisbury take it 5-10-40. My name has been Fraser Fife. Emma Sampson, thank you for joining me over the course of this Sandford W, sorry, not Sandford W, the Adelaide Footy Women's season. It has been absolutely fantastic having you as part of the broadcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been fantastic, and thanks to Spacequake for having me.
Yeah, special thanks to Spacequake Sports and producer David Muggleton for putting this season together. Thank you to our sponsors over the course of the regular season in Josh Maitai Strength and Conditioning and Wakefield Sports Clinic. But until next season, my name has been Fraser Fife, joined by Emma Sampson. We'll catch you then.